That's exactly what we're doing here, is we are restricting freedom, but we're doing it for the common good.
Has this lady read any books on the history of totalitarianism? Some of the rules coming out from Ireland, I can read you the text specifically, but I'll just characterize it. There are some now rules in Ireland that are being proposed in their legislation, but if you say mean things about a person, individual, or group of people, it's possibly illegal. It is a huge restriction of freedom of speech. This is how she views the restriction of freedom, like a crazy person. Watch this.
When you think about it, all law, all legislation is about the restriction of freedom. That's exactly what we're doing here, is we are restricting freedom, but we're doing it for the common good. You will see throughout our constitution, yes, you have rights, but they are restricted for the common good. Everything needs to be balanced. And if your views on other people's identities go to make their lives unsafe, insecure, and cause them such deep discomfort that they cannot live in peace, then I believe that it is our job as legislators to restrict those freedoms for the common good.
Has this lady read any books on the history of totalitarianism? I genuinely don't know. Has she read 1984? Does she understand what kind of a dystopian hellhole emerges outside of a tyrannical government that is only restricting your freedom for your safety? I don't know. I don't think I need to sit here and go through every single time in human history that the restriction of freedom for the sake of safety has been used to bolster a totalitarian regime that ultimately ended in millions of people dead. I don't think we have to do that. But what I do wonder is, has this lady heard of any of that? Has she heard of Mao in China? Has she heard of Mussolini in Italy? Has she heard of Hitler? Who knows? This justification of what she's saying to police speech on the internet is the exact kind of justification that all of the most brutal dictators throughout the history of modern civilization have used. Again, I don't know that she knows, because there are two options here. She either is completely unaware of any of the times in history where the term, we're just going to restrict your freedom for a little bit for your safety. It happened 2 years ago with the COVID thing. This is just not like a new thing. This is not an unheard of thing. She either has no understanding of any of that. That's option one. She's never heard of anything before. She today emerged from the no windowed room that she's been sitting in for the last 50 years, not knowing anything about anything, and gave that speech. Either that is the case, or she does know and is doing it intentionally and using those words intentionally because she understands that that's how you become a tyrant and rule over people who are unwilling to be ruled over. It's one of those two things. Like, it can't be kind of like, oh yeah, but this time. Nah, you don't know. Because but this time has never worked in human history. Oh, we'll run a totalitarian system. We'll be tyrants, but it'll be fine this time. That's not how history has worked at all, at any point in time, anywhere on planet Earth. So what are you actually saying when you want to restrict freedom for the sake of safety? What I think you're actually saying is, I want to rule you people, and there's nothing you're going to do about it. That's a scary lady over there. Either scary or disastrously stupid. I don't know which one it is. I'm going to bring this comment up, but this is one that, okay, just for the record, Keith, I do not disagree with you, but this is one of those things that is so obvious. You're right, by the way, but this is one of those things that is so obvious. Do we really need to restate it? But then again, what is it? Who's it? H.L. Mencken had a quote that said sometimes the most important obligation of intelligent men is to restate the obvious. So maybe you're right. He says the common good. Who decides what the good is? Who decides what is the good? Exactly. This isn't rocket science here. Who decides that?